Hey guys, I hope you're all doing super well. I am just gonna put it out there as soon as this video starts. My head is all over the place right now. I have not planned this video, so if I ramble a little bit or if I get off topic or whatever it may be, please bear with me. I literally just got in full glam and sat down and pressed record, so let's hope this all goes well. So this video is going to be, again, all about PCOS. My last video that I did about PCOS did really well. The response I got from everyone was incredible. Like, I was actually so surprised because I was so scared of putting that video up. I was so goddamn scared. But you guys' feedback has been so supportive and so positive, and a lot of people have reached out and said that they felt like they were finally not the only one, and that's really all I could hope for, is that people felt like they had someone to relate to and they got a little bit of knowledge out of it, and they had someone who is going through the same thing. I thought that it would be a good idea to start a series on PCOS, covering pretty much all the symptoms and following up on certain things. So I wanted to make a video all about laser hair removal if you guys wanted to see that. I got a lot of questions about laser, so if you did want to see that, like, let me know. People wanted to know about sleep apnea and like what the hell that was, how to lose weight when you have PCOS, the struggles of gaining weight really easily and not being able to lose it. People wanted to know more about depression and anxiety caused by PCOS and sort of like all that happens with that. And people wanted to know my stories and my experience with being bullied and how I coped with it, and different, I guess, tips and tricks that I did to combat PCOS and to try and like just deal with it in the best way I could. So I thought, you know, like, let's start this. Let's make this one big series that can be ongoing. I know that I'll have to follow up on different things, so you guys will be able to see my progress, and hopefully it will help everyone sort of come together in the comments and find out a bit more and just feel like we have a community that is going through the same thing, but it doesn't mean it defines us and it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. So yeah, I guess that's sort of the intro to this. I didn't know where else I wanted to go from here. I definitely want all your comments and questions and any video ideas that you want me to cover on PCOS. Leave them down in the comments and I will put together a full series and we can like go through this together, because I know no one who has PCOS other than me. So I felt so alone, and I just know that this series is going to be really therapeutic for myself. But in saying that, obviously I want to do it because it's going to help me, but if it helps one other person, so cheesy, I know, but if it helps one other person, then it's totally worth it. It's just, that's all I ever wanted when I posted the first PCOS video. So yeah, I think that's a good starter. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then go watch my other video. I think the other thing I a little bit wanted to cover was like a quick question and answers of like all the comments I got and all the messages that people sent me. So a lot of people are saying, yeah, they feel so much less alone, which is great. That's like what I was wanting. Apparently there's lasers out there for people with darker skin. It's called YAG laser. I haven't done my research on that, so don't quote me or like this person, because obviously you've got to do your own research. And oh, before I even delve into this, I have to put a disclaimer. I am not a doctor, I am not a nurse, I am nowhere near any medical background, so anything I say, take with a pinch of salt, because what works for me and is my holy grail treatment or remedy or whatever isn't necessarily going to work for everyone, which is like most things in life. But I just want you guys to know that this is my personal experience, and it may work for some, it may not work for others, but having that information out there I think is really important and going to be like really helpful for a lot of people. So yeah. A few people wanted to know like the side effects of laser, which again I'll cover in another video, but That's a good question. There are a few side effects, at least for me, but I will cover that in another video. A lot of people are saying they think they may have PCOS and they haven't actually been diagnosed. I would say if you have majority of these symptoms, then you may have PCOS, but I think it's really important to go to your doctor and see what they say, because it could be something completely different or it could be nothing. If you have just excessive hair and you jump to the conclusion of, oh, I have PCOS, it's probably not going to be that helpful for you. I think it's really important to know what you have, and if you're just assuming you have PCOS, you're not really doing yourself any favors. A few people have asked me about weight gain and weight loss. This is something that I am a little hesitant to do a video on, just because I haven't even started to try and lose weight. I have never been someone who goes to the gym or does sport. My biggest workout is walking up the stairs to my house from my car, so yeah. I'm not really the person to tell you tips and tricks. However, I am in the mindset of wanting to lose weight, and I think it would be good for me to document it if you guys wanted to see that. A huge thing personally to do by yourself, let alone let other people see how you're going and if you're gonna fail or not. I feel like there's a lot of judgment there, and I'm a little hesitant to do a video on that, but I would like to. Let's just leave it at that. If I get enough people saying, we'd love to see you go on that journey, then for sure I'll do it. Okay, so there's a few questions about mental illness and anxiety and depression, which I mentioned can be a symptom of PCOS in my last video. I hate answering questions like this because I am not an open book when it comes to this sort of stuff. I have different topics that I will tell to a stranger on the street. I am definitely an open book with some topics, but when it has to do with myself and my what's going upstairs, I tend to not delve too much into it. Anxiety, yeah, I'd say I do have anxiety. I am getting it right now. I can feel my chest heating up, and that's when I know. I think anxiety is one of those things that everyone does experience at points in their life or in certain situations. I get anxiety from time to time, and I would say it's on a weekly basis, almost daily. So yes, probably do. Haven't been diagnosed, so I can't really comment on my own personal situation. However, I think it would be healthy for me to talk about it, and at least if I broke down those walls with you guys, I feel like you guys would maybe trust me a little bit more on what I had to say about this whole ordeal. I'm gonna have to come back to it. Of course, ask your questions. I can give you as best of an answer as I can possibly give you. But again, I'm not a doctor, and I feel very... I'm getting flustered, so we're going to move on to the next question before I have a mental breakdown. Whew. A lot of people are asking me what sleep apnea. Yeah. What is sleep apnea? Is that even a thing? Yes, it's a real thing. I don't know if it's when you're in a really deep sleep or really light sleep. I would assume deep sleep because I'm completely knocked out when it happens. But basically it's where you stop breathing and your body all of a sudden clicks into gear, and it's oh god, you've got to breathe, and in that moment of you feeling like you're suffocating, you wake up, which is terrifying. It's really hard to get back to sleep after it, obviously, because you felt like you were dying in bed doing nothing other than sleeping. I think I've got to get a bit more information about it and write it all down so I don't misinform you. Yeah, that's basically what it is. I hope that answered your question. Alright, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here because I feel like I keep on repeating myself and saying this should be in a specific video, but these things really should. I feel like I can't just cover them in one simple question, and I don't want this video to be super long, so I'm gonna cut it short. As I said, leave all your comments, questions, tips on symptoms and everything you want to know or want to tell me. Leave it in the comments below because I really want to know what you guys want to see. I'm really proud of myself for doing this. I just wanted to put that out there. I'm really proud of myself because I have come a long way of being so sheltered and so concerned of what my body was doing and having no control over it. And for me to open up like this to a lot of people is something I feel like is an achievement for me. So I just kind of thought I should tell you guys that, yeah. Okay, I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was helpful. Definitely give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed and want to see more. Of course, I'll link everything I can that I talk about down in the description bar. Don't forget to check out my previous video on PCOS that sort of explains a sum up of my journey. Also subscribe if you haven't already and click that little bell notification. That way you're notified every time I upload a video because YouTube is really sneaky and doesn't always tell everyone. Be sure to do that and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.